Time for another Ultimate Team Championship update. I am the Grand Champion, coming to you from the Upload Studios on Xbox One. Today we're going to deviate away from season mode games. I'm going to get in a game against my buddy, HAB00GIE. HAB00GIE was one of the few people to win one of my Ultimate Team Championship tournaments last year. That's right, and we're going to have these tournaments again this year, so stay tuned for that. Today, he's the featured guest in our Gridiron Chronicles. Mall of America Field, home to my Ultimate Team Minnesota Vikings. We're going to take on Boogie and his Ultimate Team New York Giants. Now, ultimately, I'm going to give way to my son, Chucky Maximus. Chucky Maximus, a disciple of the Madden school. Boogie has great stick work. My son has great stick work, and I think he would be a better matchup for Boogie in this one. I'm returning the kickoff here. Boogie's going to show that great stick work as he strips Percy Harvin. A user strip by Boogie. Great play. That leads to this touchdown and a 7-0 lead for Boogie. So here I get the handoff to Reggie Bush on the off-tackle play. You guys know how much I love that off-tackle play. Reggie Bush down the sideline. He gets tackled. The next two plays, I got sacked back-to-back. And then I started to throw my best fastball, and my wife, the team owner, said, "You better not throw that controller." But if she only knew, I was just about to start my wind-up and let that bad boy fly. But cooler heads prevailed. I decided to introduce my starting lineup and bring Chucky Maximus into the game. On his first play, he's surveying Boogie's defense. He takes the sack. Third down, it was an incomplete pass. Fourth down, he punted. Boogie starts with a screen pass. 1:24 left in the half. Pass to the flat by Boogie to Jamal Charles just before Chucky Maximus gets there. Boogie's flushed out of the pocket, still manages to get the ball off for a nice gain. Boogie's really getting into his tournament offense now. Randall Cunningham down the middle of the field to Deshaun Jackson. Big hit by newly acquired Troy Polamalu. Now this is something I haven't seen since last year's tournament. It's a pass to Deshaun Jackson down the middle, but what happens is you throw it down the middle, you click on, yank him to the middle of the field. That was an overly effective tactic coming out of last year's game. I can't tell you how many Ultimate Team Championships, new skills of the Madden school won using that tactic. You see Chucky Maximus trying to get downfield. Big hit by Boogie. Chucky Maximus calls the halfback wrap, gets a great block there, steps out of bounds just in time to kick this field goal. As you can see, he's the chip off the old block. He goes into the half trailing 14-3. That takes us to the third quarter, and Boogie is driving until he throws the pick. And I don't mean Afro, I mean INT. Troy Polamalu, newly acquired. That gives the ball back to Chucky Maximus. 3rd and 12, he hits Larry Fitzgerald on a big pass and out route. Looks like the Giants are deploying the old shake blitz from SNS. Reggie Bush on the draw play up the middle into the red zone. That sets up here Thomas, come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die? Start of the fourth quarter. Boogie pulls his receiver into that one. He drops back out to the flat to Jamal Charles. It seems the momentum has shifted to the Vikings. Lawrence Taylor, legendary New York Giant. Lawrence Taylor comes screaming in for the sack. He will put Boogie into a 3rd and 15 situation. Boogie decides to go deep to test Chucky Maximus' stick. He is denied. So on 4th and 15, he inexplicably decides to go for it on his own end. Chucky Maximus using Bruce Irvin to cover receivers. Now there's a use for Bruce Irvin, young fellas. I used to use Bruce Smith on 1990s Madden to cover receivers. That's when I had stick skills. On the plunge, RG3 over the top for the go-ahead score. That'll make it 17-14. Boogie on the subsequent possession throws the pick 6. Nnamdi Asomugha. With under a minute left in the game, Boogie has the football. He's driven to midfield, pulls his receiver into that pass, looks downfield, got to make something happen quickly. That's batted down. Got to take his shot to the end zone. He does. Tried to pull the receiver into that one as well. Could not do it. User pick. As Martin Lawrence was saying, Big Mama, that's game. Chucky Maximus, HAB00GIE, Ultimate Team Champions. We win because of what the game will do. Regular Madden players win because of what the game will not do.
EA Sports. It's in the game.